Hey, what's going on, my little dragons? How are you feeling today? If you're feeling good, please do let me know down in the comments below. Drop a like on this video, share this video with your friends and family, and don't forget to punch that subscribe button, as it will help your little dragon out so very much. Man, I love you all. I love you all. You all know that. Always, you are all my heart, my blood, my soul. That's all, my little dragons, my subscribers, my supporters. Man, I love you. So yeah, so I love making these videos, making any kind of videos that I do, vlogs or reactions or training videos or stuff like this, you know, just talking and sharing my thoughts on stuff or giving you some sort of idea. It's always something, it's always a pleasure of mine. And those of you who support me, I am very, very grateful to you guys. So big hug for you. Yeah. Okay, so the topic of today, you know, I'm kind of testing the waters on this a little bit, because this one is actually a very, well, quite sensitive, I guess, for some people, but it's not that. It's actually more the fact that people are asking me so much, man. So many guys want this. They were like, please make a video talking about this, talk about this, talk about this, talk about this. Some people down in the comments, a lot of people on Insta, and a lot of people I know, they were like, you know, bro, what are you doing? What's this magical thing, force field thing that's around you? Like, what you doing? Like, why are you getting so many girls and everything like that? And first of all, I have to say before this video starts, I don't class myself as a playboy or anything like that. And more important is, I don't know anything about the psychology, the science, the eyes dilating. Like when you see someone, like, I know the basics of it. Like when you see somebody you really like, your eyes, the pupils dilate, you know, heartbeats. What else? Like your testosterone improves when you go to a girl and you talk to her. And what else? Like stuff, like basic things, like some chemical reactions inside you. So those kind of things I know, but I'm not going to really talk that much about it because I don't know all the science and stuff. So there's people that have done the research, so obviously they know that stuff. I'm just going to stick to what I know. This is all based on my own personal stuff, personal view, personal experiences, and I hope, yeah, a lot of you who are very curious to know like what kind of, how to approach a girl. And I have this thing called a collision theory as such. So the collision theory in chemistry, it's just simple as, you know, the more, so if you increase the temperature, or if there's particles inside a space or whatever, or like a liquid, if you increase the temperature, or you increase the concentration of one subject, or like if it's like a block of something and you make it into a powder, you increase the exposure or something, it just increases the rate of collision, and more frequent collision, which equals to more successful collisions. So this is something that I've studied a long time ago in chemistry in school time. And I think a lot of things in life has a remnants to that. I think a lot of things in life does connect with that, because as you know, I have spoken about it before, that I do acting. Same story, you know, I put myself out there more and more, which, so let's say the exposure part, I put myself to expose myself more and more to potential casting agents and directors and all that. And that's why some of them say yes, you know, the more successful ones. So it's beautiful. And I think the connection with females is basically the same thing, you know. The more I go out, the more you meet, the more I meet the kind of girls that I'm particularly interested in. And yeah, the successful collision, she sees me and she might be more interested in me, sometimes even more interested than I would be interested in her. And, you know, crazy things, it just goes wild from there. But it's very beautiful. And also about sexual stuff. And someone actually mentioned down in the comments of one of my videos I made a few months ago, and they talk about like, I kind of forgot now, but something to do with like love in a pure way, and not like talking about lusting and all of that stuff, like how to, and make a video based on how to attract a girl based on like love, and not using like lusting in a way. That's all fine, you know. I understand that people look at things in a different way, and some people, religion, which is fair point, you know, some people come from a certain religion, their religion does not support stuff like premarital sex and so many different things related to sex. It's like not allowed. And yeah, some people in their personal life, they don't like to do that. And I'm sure in society, people don't talk about it outside. You don't talk about it in school and stuff. You don't talk about it with your family. A lot of my family and my tradition, my culture, they don't talk about it at all. But me personally, I only go with my instincts and what I look at. To me, I don't look at sex as a ugly thing or a disgusting thing or anything like that. I see it as a very, very beautiful thing. Every sexual experience I've ever had with a female, I'm talking from a perspective of a straight male. I'm 100% straight male. So that's the perspective I'm talking about. Every girl I've ever had a sexual experience with, it's always special. It's always a very beautiful thing. It's always a very beautiful experience, and you know, it is to be cherished. I'm not saying that it's had like a super meaning in my life and it's always going to be in my heart and stuff. No, I'm not saying that, but it was a special experience for me, and it's something beautiful, man. I think it's the most natural thing we can do because and it is such a natural thing. It is the most natural thing that we can do. A lot of the food and a lot of the stuff that we consume, they're not natural. You know, a lot of them are processed, and the way they're created is very artificial, and it's actually bad for you. This is actually a natural process. The feelings that I would get towards a female that I am sexually attracted to is a very natural process, and the feelings that a girl that's sexually attracted to me, the feelings that she gets, is a very natural process. And these aren't things that even happen people think, okay, puberty hits and then you get all these feelings. It's not something that happens after puberty. It's not just something that's in our lifetime that this happens. These are all based on things that happen through evolution. This is how we evolved into what we are, and that's how reproduction happens. So I look at it as a very beautiful thing, man. So I just wanted to start the video by saying that I look at every experience I've ever had. It's a very, very beautiful thing. So I think for you to start doing so, it will be amazing. If you just accept that it's a beautiful thing. Anytime you see a girl and you feel, hey, you know, I want to talk to her, get to know her consensually. Consensual, you know, it's a beautiful thing between two consenting adults. That's what it is. So as long as it's two consenting adults, I don't think there is anything wrong with it. And you can have it 20 times, 200 times, 2,000 times, a million times. As long as it's two consenting adults, and it's fine. Then it is okay, you know, and both of you are in the right mind to do so, or not one's blackout drunk. No, that's also a sin. That's very bad. You're in the right mind, you know what you're doing, and both of you are agreeing to it, and both of you love each other in a sexual way, like sexual love or romantic love, whatever it is for you. Then it's a very, very beautiful thing, I believe. So yeah, okay, so let's go. So step number one, when it comes to approaching girls, man, I think girls, so we need to understand, to empathize with females, right? What we're thinking is this 20-year-old girl is like, she's being mean to me. So a guy goes up to a girl and she's like being resistant, she's saying like, no, I don't want to talk to you. He would be, of course, it's easy to demotivate yourself and say, okay, there's something wrong with me. But the reality is you do not know. That's the truth. You don't know. You don't know what that girl has been through, right? 20 years of her life, she would have seen a lot. So maybe there is a guy that looks like you that may have, you know, approached her in a very disrespectful way, maybe touched her without consent, and it would have been a big scene, and that would always be planted in her mind. And when she sees you, she associates you with that, which is the thing called association bias. Sometimes people, they connect things with things that they've seen before, and sometimes it happens with races as well. So they look at your race and they will think like that. So these sort of things do happen, and she might be considering you that way. So if you do go to approach, you know, understand that, okay, it's not always going to play out the way you want it to play out. Some girls like to be approached, some girls don't like to be approached. So and sometimes it's just types. So those are the things to realize, and not put it onto yourself thinking that I'm not good enough, I'm ugly, I'm this, I'm that. That's not the truth. It's all about types. It's not really about looks. It's all about types. Some girls have said to me that I'm a really good looking guy. That's what they said to me. They're like, you're a really, really good looking guy, you're very beautiful. A girl called me beautiful, which is actually one of the most amazing things. I've never had a girl call me beautiful before that, which is interesting. And some girls will say, like, I don't find him attractive, he's not my type. So it's all about types, really is about types. So find the ones, instead of looking at the ones that you may not like you. And sometimes it's to do with facial hair, sometimes your hairstyle. Sometimes some girls don't like guys with beard. they want a guy who's clean shaven. So if you're a guy who has a beard and you're trying to change that, so you want to get a clean shave, you're not happy. You like yourself to have a beard and you don't want to clean shave. You don't like this particular style. So you're doing it to attract the girls, but who's going to be happy out of that? Nobody is, right? They will see at some point, it will reveal like you're not happy to do, be that person for her. And she would, her not wanting you, you're not going to be happy having a clean shave. So maybe find a girl that's, they like beard. They like a guy with a beard. Same as, the opposite. If you're a guy who likes to be clean shaven, find a girl that's, really, find the type of girl that wants a guy with a clean shave. So stuff like that, it's basic stuff. And now racial preference is another thing, personally, I have no racial preference. I'm cool with anything as long as, the girl itself is my type. And my type, I mean like the way she is, the way behavior as well is very important. She just has to be cute, smiling. Those are the kind of girls I like. I like a girl who's like smiling all the time. Whenever you say girl, and I have to close my eyes and think of a girl, I can only imagine a girl that's smiling and playfully smiling. That smile of a girl makes everything amazing. When you're in a room with a girl that's nice and smiling, and especially with you, it changes everything. It makes you feel good. It makes everything, the whole energy in the room changes, and it's very beautiful, I think. So it's about that as well. So maybe you are not her type, maybe your race ain't the girl's type, and that's fine. And this this problem only comes about when you talk to one or two girls. If you talk to hundreds of girls, and I say this to my friends because my friends, so a lot of my friends are like, oh, I'm not good at getting girls, I'm not good at being with girls. I'm like, mate, you talk to 4 girls in 6 months. Go and talk to 100 girls in a week and then tell me no girl likes you. Or go speak to girls, go, spread your social circle, go meet new females with your friends and everything. Don't just stick to like nightclubs and all these things. Just try to talk to girls everywhere and meet them and try to build a connection, see what they're like, see what they are into. And yeah, and express yourself, show yourself, and respectfully approach her and tell her like I find you very attractive. And yeah, if she finds you attractive as well, that she says thank you, she appreciates that you are coming up to her, then you can enjoy yourself and both of you can have a great time together, man. So that's what's important that you need to understand. So now, firstly, so let's bring it back to the collision theory. So now, for the particles to even move, even the slightest, as a guy, very important thing that you need is confidence. Confidence is key. Now, with confidence, I've made a video about the 3 things that's very important, the 3 essential components. You put them together and this is how you're going to feel confident. I can link the video down below, but also just quickly tell you. So number 1 is personal care. So you need to wear clothes that suit you, that you are happy and comfortable and confident in. Your skin, if you have any problems with your skin, getting that fixed, go and consult a dermatologist, get that fixed. If you have any problems with your hair, sort that out, or get your hairstyle into a style that you like. Your skin, look after yourself, take care of yourself, take care of your nails, take care of your, what's more important, brush your teeth, take care of your overall aroma, wear the right cologne. What else? Personal care is those. If you like, wearing accessories, accessorize yourself. So everything you need to do for personal care, so you can feel comfortable under your own skin, do that. Firstly, that's the first step that you need to take towards confidence. Number 2 is sharpening your skills. So in this particular circumstance is to talk to more girls, and this will sharpen your skills of talking to people. Talk to people in general, just have conversations. When you meet people, have conversations, be a nice guy, smile. You should know how to talk, and once you develop that skill and you are very good at making people feel nice and comfortable talking to you, and people like being around you, you're very likable, you're very friendly, you're not judging them, and they're just comfortable to come and let themselves out to you, and they talk to you and they tell you about, they can just be themselves around you. That's a very beautiful skill as well, and you can make a lot of great friends, platonic friends out of that, and you can make so many great stuff can happen for you out of that, man. I think one of the most important skills is social skills. So, and that's very important. And for girls, same thing. So you talk to more girls, you're very comfortable, you realize When a girl is very comfortable around you, it's one of the most beautiful things, and she will tell you a lot of stuff about her. She'll be so happy to see you. That inner self, that inner joy that you know shines out whenever she sees you is crazy, man. That's beautiful. It's such an amazing thing. I've experienced it so many times, and it's such a delightful feeling. And man, one day if I get married, or when I get married, hopefully, and my wife is someone that when I come home from a really hard day at work, and I come to her and she's just bringing that joy into me, man. Wow, what a beautiful life that would be, bro. How amazing would that be? Come on, tell me, man. So that beauty, that joy, to practice and learn to be that person. And then next is number 3 is the most important thing. If you want to like completely avoid shyness and be confident forever, you have to be ready to embarrass yourself. You have to be ready to fail. Any project, anything you take up, you have to be ready for it to all go downhill, and you need to be strong-willed and strong under your own skin to face it, because that's very, very important. So that's confidence. So let's now say that you have all the confidence in this world. There's 2 important things whenever you are interacting with a female. 2 things that you should always think about, and these 2 words should like write it down, put it everywhere, maybe even tattoo it to your hand if you want to. It's very, very important. Every time you interact with a girl, 2 very important things that you should always, or any female of any time. Number 1 is comfortable. You should say it to her. You should express it. You can say this word a million times. There's nothing wrong with it. Do you feel comfortable? Are you comfortable with this? Are you comfortable? Even just first talking to her, even if it's a girl that you are in a relationship with, you have to make sure she feels 100% comfortable with you, with what you're doing, and just to be around you. That comfort is very important. It's like, I like to think of it like this, because I think girls are very smart and naturally programmed to understand this. Let's say there's an elephant. I was going to say dog, but let's not use dog as an example for this, comparing humans to dogs. There will be a problem for that. But when you say elephant, if there was an elephant here, are you going to be scared of the elephant, or are you going to be really comfortable with the elephant? You either have one extreme or the other extreme. You're going to fear it more than anything in the world because the elephant can kill you, or you're going to feel safe, super safe around it, because if anything happens, if any other animal comes to attack you, this elephant's going to protect you. So it depends on how you view it. And I think when a girl sees a guy who's strong, tough, who's confident, who's like really comfortable in himself, and he's a powerful guy, it could mean one of 2 things, right? He could be the guy that's going to protect her. If any other guy tries to touch her, he's going to be the hero. He's going to beat the living hell out of them, or whatever. He's going to stand up for her and save her from anybody that's trying to do anything to her. Any problems that she will have, he will be able to fix that. Or the opposite is true. This guy would use that strength against her. She'll be like, if me and him were walking down an alleyway, just me and him, and no matter how much, if both of us scream to the top of our lungs, no one's going to come and save us. What if he attacks me? She's thinking that this guy is going to attack her in that circumstance. No one's going to come and save. No one's going to be able to save her, and she wouldn't be able to fight or something. That strength could put fear in her. So you need to make her feel like you're strong, you're super tough. Usually when you see guys, there's always, and this is what I've personally seen, it's always one extreme or another extreme. It's always really shy guys, or the ones that are trying to be nice, and people call them simps. They're the ones of one extreme, they're the super nice guys. Or the other guys, the super extreme of guys that try to touch girls without consent, who don't care anything about anything that she thinks at all. The misogynists, the sexist guys, the disrespectful guys. So these are the 2 like extreme levels of this. But what you need to understand is you're not obviously going to be any of these things. You're going to be a nice guy who's got that self-confidence, who doesn't let go of himself for no reason. He's not going to let go, or anyone walk all over him. He's going to be strong. You're going to be strong-willed in yourself. You're going to have that little bit of attitude, say, this is my life and this is how I live my life, and I'm going to grab the bull by the horn and I'm going to go and do what I want to do. At the same time, you're going to listen to her. You're going to be nice to her. You're going to be sweet to her. So that confidence is important, but you're using that strength and everything for her. So you're using it to protect her. And once she feels that, that's an amazing thing, and that's an amazing... that's one of the most important things in male-female like relationship when it comes to this, is that comfort. And then the second word I would like to use is the word freedom. right? She needs to feel free. She needs to feel like you're not judging her, and she can feel joyful and just be herself around you without any problems. So that's it. So confidence and freedom. So as long as these two words and these two things are like from the beginning till the end, every part of the interaction, you acknowledge this and you work with this, everything will be fine, man. Now, how do I like to approach a girl? When I approach, I always like to, sometimes I approach just to get the ball rolling a little bit. I just go start talking to a bunch of girls. If it's in a club, you know, it's more normal for you to ask for a kiss, like within like 5 seconds. If she's looking at you and she's smiling, you can just be like, "Can I kiss you?" She says yes, you can go ahead. Outside, maybe that's not how it's gonna work outside, because it's not really that common for you to get that. But when you interact, really what I like to do is I like to be very, very straightforward. I don't like to lie. I make it very clear that I don't want any form of platonic friendship. I like to say it to them like straight away. You know, I acknowledge the fact that it's quite random, and I'm like, "Hi, excuse me. You know, I know this is really random, but I just think you're really beautiful, so I just wanted to come over and introduce myself. Hi, my name is Rishi." That's it. And if she's like, "Oh no, you know, I have a boyfriend," or whatever she says, I'm like, "Okay, no, fine, no problem. Have a good day," and that's it. And I walk away. If she's like, "No, my name is whatever, Stacy or Lucy or Megan or whatever," she goes to, and she this is what she's been waiting for. She wants a guy like you come and approach her. Then you could talk, ask her about her, ask her about where she's from, is she studying, or what uni she's studying at college, or whatever she's doing, if she's working, or just the basic stuff, and talk to her about you. I like to what I've done. So let me just talk about me. So what I've done is I normally say, like, me and my friends are gonna go and check this place out. I like to make her feel more comfortable in the fact that it's more like a friendship activity. So if she's gonna bring some of her girlfriends, then we can have a great time. Me, my friends, and her friends can meet up, and you know, all of us build an understanding and friendship and all that stuff, so she feels a bit more comfortable. Or if it's just me and her, then yeah, I could say like dinner or a bar or something like that. I've taken girls to a bar. Usually, my favorite kind of place is when it comes to like, not really, yeah, I guess like dating or getting to know someone. I've never been in a relationship, I can tell you that. I've never been in a romantic relationship with a girl. I've never like committed to a official relationship saying that this is my girlfriend. I've been, you know, you could say dating, whatever you would like to see it as, but it's mostly a sexual sort of relationship, or like a one night sort of relationship from like clubs. That's what most of my relationships have been with girls. I've recently had a threesome sort of relationship. Don't really want to talk that much about it. I could make a video about it if you really want to know, but yeah, as I said, like, types are very important as well. And a good type of mine is I'm quite into like bisexual girls, and there's nothing wrong. I have no problem. I don't really care. I would admit that anywhere I go. I'm really attracted to bisexual girls. Like, the bisexual girls, like the normal, you know, they wear makeup, they're very feminine, nail polish, you know, but nice and cute, those kind of pretty girls, but they're bisexual. They like getting it off with other girls within the club and all that stuff. I really like that. For one, yeah, I do find it, you know, it rouses me and stuff, which is very beautiful. But at the same time, like, I like the connection that I have with those kind of girls, because we obviously have a common factor. We both are attracted to females, and also the jealousy factor. I tend to assume it will be a lot less. Some of the girls I've been with, they don't really care. They really like it when I go and talk to another female, and they want to get other females into our sex life. I've never gotten to experience that before, but recently I did. It's a very beautiful experience, even though both those girls individually aren't my type, and I probably wouldn't have been with them if it weren't for the fact that I'm getting to be with two girls for the first time. It was a very beautiful experience, I would say. Every experience I've had is a very beautiful experience. But yeah, the point I'm trying to make is what point was I trying to make? Oh yeah, but I prefer, like, not like clubs and all that stuff. Yeah, I've mostly hooked up with girls from the club, but what I prefer the most is if I had a girl to take her somewhere. I like, you know, arcades, games, some activity like going and climbing stuff and building that understanding, or something adrenaline pumping like theme park rides. So these are the things that I think are really cool to build the connection with. So now this video is mostly, I want to talk about approaching girls. I don't know why I'm like going off topic and talking about like dating and all that stuff. But approaching girls, I always like to. So let's, in different circumstance, different environments, it's very the way you approach is quite different. A lot of the times, actually, unfortunately, um, a lot of girls have actually approached me, which is a lot of relationships, a lot of connections I've had were from girls approaching me. So it's quite interesting. Um, what's the most beautiful thing? So there's a few times where I dance because I love to dance and I love to dominate in the club. So when I do that, girls come to me, and there's a video of that on my channel as well. But I mean, talking wise, I like to talk to the ones that I'm nice with. And if there's two girls, I'll go with one of my friends. If there's three girls, I'll go two of my friends. If there's three boys, three girls, you go to one each. And you wanna sort of not pull them away from their group. You want them to feel comfortable. They need to feel more comfortable with you than they will be with their girlfriends. And that for you to achieve that, all you have to do is show that, hey, I'm a cool guy and I'm a confident guy. I'm a strong guy. I'm a confident guy. Once you do that, she will feel like, okay, he's got that strength. As I said before, he's got that strength. This is an elephant. This is a very strong, powerful elephant or gorilla or lion or tiger that's going to use his strength to protect me. He's not going to use it against me. And she'll feel that. And also she'll feel that freedom that she can open up to you and talk to you, and you're not going to judge her. She can say anything. I think sexuality, as I mentioned a minute ago. So I like bisexual girls. That's we have to keep going back to that. But I really do, man. I think bisexual girls are amazing. Nothing against straight girls. I have been with a lot of straight girls and a lot of bisexual girls. But yeah, in their topic, and when a bisexual girl, when she's like talking to me about her bisexuality, she's very open about it, and I don't judge. I'm like, look, I'm straight. I have no disrespect towards them. The rainbow culture and everything, people being gay, bi, and all that stuff. It's nothing of my. I'm not disappointed. I'm not against it. I'm not a part of it. I'm not gay myself. But I respect your belief. I respect where you're coming from, and the fact that you are attracted to. As long as it's two consenting adults, there is no problem. You can be with a female, or you can be with a male. The two girls I was actually with, they were actually together. Those two are actually girlfriends. So stuff like that, I really like that. I think that's very beautiful, and I don't judge them for it. So if you are a guy and you do judge them for it, even if you do or don't, make sure you don't talk about it at all. You keep it zipped about it, and just, well, first of all, you shouldn't judge anyone. And also, girls are allowed to have fun. They're allowed to be with other guys, like the same way guys want to have fun. I can't be like, I'm the only one that's allowed to have fun. Men are the only ones. No, women are allowed to have fun. They're allowed to have fun with anyone they want to. It's purely their choice. And when you accept that and you respect that, they will feel that freedom and they'll feel that comfort, and that was the most important thing. So when you talk to them, I always like to acknowledge the fact that, hey, look, this is kind of random, but I find that you're really attractive. My name is this. I don't like to lie to them. I don't like to say that, I don't like to point at something else and be like, hey, excuse me, what's this song, or what's this, or something else, and bring in some random stuff. I like to just be straightforward. I don't like to lie to them and tell them and pretend to be their friend and all of that. I like to show, like, this is my interest. I am attracted to you, and I want you to understand that if you like me, great, we can talk. And if you don't like me, and in the context, in the situation, and all of that, it's very important. And how you adjust accordingly to that is going to be different. On the dance floor in the clubs, I'm always like, I always just like to reach my hand out, and if she's looking at me, I always like to shake hands. Also, shaking hands is very important. I never touch a girl. I never touch a girl's private parts in the club. I've never done so. Even when a girl grabbed my hands and rubbed it on her, I pulled it. Well, she was dancing for about 5 seconds. I was looking at my friend. He was smiling and all that, and I pulled my hands away. I'm like, none of this, bro. I don't like to do that. Everybody's different. I don't mind if other guys, that's not up to me to decide. But for me personally, if she's interested and another guy does it, that's okay. But me personally, I will never do so. I'm not touching a girl's private parts in front of other people in a public, in a place, even in a club. I'm not doing that. Kissing is great. Kissing I like to do. I enjoy that so much. But The other stuff, no, that's a private thing that afterwards, where she feels comfortable, she feels comfortable in there. I don't feel comfortable doing that in there. So I stay away from doing that. But yeah, other than that, whatever she's comfortable with, I look after her, take care of her, and I like to make them feel more. I like girls that are quite submissive, that really, they like to come into me. They like to let me drive or show them something or show them something cool. The great adventures, a great experience. That's what I like. I like instead of them feeding into me, I like them to connect with me and make me look after them and hold my hand. That, bro, I like that's the kind of connections that I really enjoy. Yeah, man. But everyone's different, and handshake is very important. As long as you have a firm, nice, gentle handshake, but firm handshake, and talk to them, smile at them. If they want to hug you, hug them, look after them, and all the senses that are activated, from taste to looks to smell, everything that the feelings that she will get when she sees me, through all these senses, and the feelings I will get. Again, I like to say that it's a very beautiful thing, all the senses that come together, the beauty of being together, me and the female, our experiences together. It's such a beautiful thing to do. And I think if you look at it as a guy, if you treat it as something beautiful and something natural, and you start looking at them in a nice way, and you approach them and you acknowledge the fact that, hey, I find you very beautiful. Obviously, talking about sexual stuff to them right off the rip with no context whatsoever, it's obviously weird and it's obviously creepy, and you have to understand that that's how they're going to look at you, and you don't know where they're coming from, what kind of experiences they've had before, good or bad, and how they associate you. These sort of things you just need to acknowledge. But again, talk to as many as you can. The types, the click, the collision theory. The more you put yourself out there, the more exposed you are. The more you talk to, the more places you go to. The more you practice and strengthen your confidence and how you talk and everything. You learn these skills, and then you'll start to see which kind of girls are your type, which kind of girls are likely to say yes to you, which kind of girls don't want to say yes to you, which kind of girls you want to have that nice sexual experience with. Girls you want a romantic experience with, you just talk and build that up, and you'll get it, man. You'll get it. I'm very confident. Very I know you will, as long as you follow these. Basically, these are the main criteria, right? As long as it's consensual, and as long as you're not forcing it, and you understand them and empathize with them, and let them come to you. Let the girls come to you. If she doesn't want to, that's great. Wonderful. Have a great day. Enjoy yourself, and you walk away. If she really wants to, and some girls are really, really they don't stop. Once they hug you, they don't want to let go. They want to be with you all the time, and they want to connect you. They want to be like conjoined twins with you. If that's what you like, I personally like that a lot. But if that's what you like, then great. Have a great experience. Look after her. And that's it. And be honest, right? And also, try to connect. And also, sometimes some girls feel like there's no equality. Sometimes guys are quite disrespectful to them, and they don't put any effort into talking to them and understanding them as much. So don't be that. Be different. Be a guy who actually acknowledges her, talks about her. There's things that she takes quite seriously. Maybe a ring that she's wearing, there's something special to it, and she wants to talk about that. Great, talk about it. I'll listen. Wonderful. And there's something about me. Maybe this chain about mine might be something special to me. I want to talk about it. I'll talk to her about it. Maybe my hairstyle is something why I want to keep it like this, why I don't want to do this. If there's anything I want to talk about, and if there's a common ground in the club. So in the club I like to talk about clubs and parties and stuff. If it's outside, if we're in a shopping place or a different city or something, I like to talk about that. I come from this city and I like this place that I'm in. I talk about that. If so one time I actually got a girl's number really quickly, and then I called her, and she said she wanted to bring a friend. I said I wanted to bring one of my friends, and she brought one of her friends. They didn't really get along with each other, but we still went, and we went to the arcade, but we went to a bowling alley, but we didn't do any bowling. We were just playing on the arcades and stuff. And we were mostly talking about that. There was a basketball thing, and I used to play basketball back in school and blah blah blah, that sort of stuff. And she was talking about her, some of the experiences like with some guys that she's had before, and yeah, all sorts of nonsense. But I was still listening to that stuff, and it was quite funny. I mean, there was good. She had a good sense of humor at the time, and we talked about that. That was really cool. We talked about racing and then just random stuff, just things that I would think about in that moment, in that context, and we find that common ground, and that's how it is. So that's how you should build up your connection. But remember, communication is key. So if you want to approach a girl, for the love of goodness, go up to her, talk to her nicely, and just make sure you connect and understand. And whatever you do, make sure it's consensual and she feels comfortable with what you're doing. Even if there's slight bit of like resistance or hesitation, stop and ask her, do you feel comfortable? If you're not comfortable with anything I'm doing, just let me know. And make sure she feels 100% comfortable to tell you if she's comfortable or not. Sometimes girls, I've heard that. And a lot of times the shy girls, in my opinion, they're like the most dangerous ones, because this has happened to me over like 50 times, and this has happened to a lot of my friends. It always happens to a lot of my friends. I've learned from this, and I don't actually make this mistake again. They'll go and talk to a girl, and they'll get her number, and they'll be walking away thinking, oh my god, this girl really likes me because she gave me a number. Obviously she likes me, why would she give me a number? But the truth is, sometimes girls feel shy and nervous. You might have read it into the tone that, hey, she gave me a number, like, oh, I really like you, I want to meet this guy, that's why she gave me a number. But the reality is, she gave you a number like in a quick way, like, okay, here you go, here's my number, okay, bye, go, like, leave me alone, kind of thing. So she didn't feel comfortable. Some girls are really confident and they'll say it to your face, like, I don't want to talk to you, I've got a boyfriend, or all of that. Some girls are not. So you need to understand that. So you have to think, like, is she actually giving you a number, or is it you making her feel comfortable? You have to keep acknowledging it. You have to keep saying it to her and make sure, like, 100% she is. And if she likes you, it's beautiful, man. Having a girl that likes you is always beautiful. Even romantically, sexually, like, it's very, very beautiful to have a girl with you that wants you, and the great experiences you can have, man. And your friends, if your friends can get a girl for them, everyone be happy. That's all I want, man. That's all everyone wants. That's all you're made to do. That's why God created you, or that's why nature created you. You are here to do that. So build the experiences and talk to loads of girls. Don't let this demotivate you. Remember that this is a long journey. This whole field, you're just going to talk to girls. There will be that magical click. Sometimes some girls will only want to be with you just for one night, and then they don't want to see you ever again. A lot of girls that I've been with, that was the case. Which is fantastic, which is fantastic, because, there's something in it that they didn't want. Maybe it's a few hours, maybe they really wanted you, and a lot of times when it's like a casual thing and they want to get to know you, or they want to have sex with you a bunch of times and have that friendship and all of that and build that up, and then go in any further and they feel like, okay, they might be catching a bit of feelings and they might be like really interested in you, and they don't want that, they don't want to step away. Everything is a win. So I think just enjoy the process. And I don't believe in a destiny where there's one girl out there that's for me and she's going to be with me. I think that it's a very it's all about types. There's so many girls, and whoever's your type and whoever's type that you are, they're the ones that are going to connect. That's the collision, the successful collision. That's where it's going to happen. So yeah, girls are beautiful. Guys are beautiful for girls. Girls are beautiful for guys. Wonderful. Enjoy. Have a great time. Have a great experience. So to summarize this video, what did I say? 2 important things: comfortable and free. Freedom and comfort are the 2 important things whenever you're approaching a girl. Don't lie to them. Just go straight to them. Be straightforward and just say, like, I find you really attractive, or okay, I think you're really beautiful. Really beautiful is the most important thing. I think it's the best thing to say, because as a general consensus, we can say that a general consensus means, like, a generally accepted idea is the fact that a straight guy will not go up to a girl. A straight guy wouldn't say to a girl that you're really beautiful unless he has some sort of interest in her. So everyone knows this, everyone accepts this, right? So when you say that to her, she knows, okay, this guy's actually interested in me. So she'll know straight away. So she's like, okay, he's not trying to be my friend. He, he's actually interested in me. So if you could do that, that's wonderful. So that's what I would love to do. So you say that, hi, I think you're really beautiful. I know this is really random, but I just wanted to come up to you and tell you that you're really beautiful. My name is Rishi. What's your name? And shake her hand and talk to her. if she's willing and she likes to talk to you, she likes the fact that you came up to her, you guys can have a good chat. Wonderful, man, wonderful. And then arrange a meeting and meet up with her and see where that takes you. And if it's in the club, you know, if she wants to talk to you and she feels like she wants to kiss you, maybe sometimes she might come to kiss you, or maybe you might ask to kiss her. I think kissing is in my life, in my experience, I feel like it's a very important thing, because it really solidifies the fact that we have that interest for each other, and it really seals the deal for me. So I always like to kiss. I love kissing, yeah, and that intimate emotion or that intimate connection in that moment. And if it leads on to something afterwards, which is great, but it's a very important, essential factor for me. So, and I'm open with it. I'll say it to them. I like, you know, I really want to kiss you, or I want to kiss you, or can I kiss you? I like to ask for permission, like, can I kiss you? And she will say, a lot of girls would have said yes, so that's wonderful. It's like asking them for permission, which is something like, it's interesting because they really appreciate that. They're like, oh, okay, he's asking for permission, which is really nice. And, you know, you go forward with that, man. So yes, hopefully, if there's anything I missed, I think I said everything I wanted to say. Let me know, man. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys want me to talk about. I don't really want to like talking about this stuff, you know, even though it's a part of me and I do look at it as a very beautiful thing. I don't really talk about it, you know. I don't really have this conversation with anyone. So to say it to you, if you enjoy it, man, let me know. If you want me to talk about anything in particular, any experience of mine. I think you might be asking about that threesome experience. It was an interesting experience. It's not really like a super special, amazing story. It's just two girls that were interested in me, and they told me that they were interested in me, and it basically flew. It was a good flow from there. It was a good connection from there, and yeah, that was it. So that was just a one night thing. I don't think it's ever gonna happen again. But it was special, so yeah. So that's all it really is. It's not really a super like amazing story. It's not. I would feel guilty to tell you that, because I didn't really put any effort into that. It sort of just happened. It's just right place, right time, and I just happened to be their type. As I say, types. So it's important. Forget looks. It's all about types. But yeah, don't let anything demotivate you. Some girls will be really, really nasty to you. Smile. Everything's good. Life is good. You know, I'm still alive. That's great. You just cut. Done. I'm not talking to them. And some girls are going to be really sweet to you, but they'll reject you, which is also fine. Have a good day. Some girls will be really sweet to you and they'll want you. Enjoy, man. Enjoy. You know, those are how the girls that you would like to spend your time with and your life with. And yeah, those memories are always great, man. I always cherish my memories, and that's what life is. You know, life is just full of beautiful memories. So yes, my little dragons, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like, don't forget to share, don't forget to let me know down in the comments below, man, what you guys think. And if there's anything about you that you want to know, if there's anything about me that you want to ask, the comment section is right down there. So enlighten me, man, enlighten me. And also, my little dragons Instagram will also be down in the description. One little obligation I have is one of my last videos, I think my very last video, it was a training video that I put so much effort and months of effort into making. So please, I'll drop it down. Please go and support and watch that video. Share it and like it, man. It's just took me so long to make, and a lot of my heart went into that video. A lot of my work, a lot of my stress, a lot of my blood, sweat, tears. All of these things went into that. Brought my brain cells. So if you guys could please go and check that video out in particular, and my other training videos, which will be in the description below, but particularly that video, I'll drop it in the description and in the comments. So please go check that video and show your love to that video, my little dragons, as I've put a lot of hard work into making it, man. And my little dragons, if you want to stay on this train, this is a beautiful train. It's a beautiful journey. I don't know where it's going, but it's just beautiful. Everything before is beautiful. Right now it's beautiful. The future looks beautiful. Punch that subscribe button, as it will help your little dragon out so very much, man. I love you all, my little dragon. Stay home, stay safe, stay blessed, stay awesome, my little dragons. And I will see you all in the next video, man.